Hello, you. I'm Dan.
Hello.
Hello.
Wow.
Hello.
That's one intro.
Well, you might be able to tell we weren't expecting that. I'm Dan, and that's Titus and Robin. Hi.
Hello. I had something. I had something planned. Like I thought I was going to do an intro, but then just fucking Titus pushing me out of the way face first.
Sorry, I'm just very excitable, so I just say hello the moment I click that connect button.
No, it was...
I call it a cold open.
I liked it. So, Danny, where are we going today?
What are we doing?
We're going to Bone Hell.
I live in Bone Hell every day, Robin. I have at least most of a skeleton.
In that case, you're going to have a surplus of bones in a minute.
Oh, great.
That sounds
okay, I remember...
A surplus of bones is my very bad album.
Just don't listen to it.
The name's good, the album itself.
Yeah.
I'm not sure the name is good, to be honest. Like, not to slam your album, but it does sound a bit like a sort of thesaurist version of a metal album.
It's the best part of the album is the name. So...
Oh, it's relative.
Even the
okay.
album art doesn't live up to it.
Yeah, no, it's one of those deals where you come up with the name and you... It's like when you read an Onion article and the headline is the best part and then they had to write an article.
Yeah,
it is a shame when that happens, isn't it?
It has that sort of feeling in terms of... Nice katana.
Thanks. Since the last time you saw, I've got a lot more honourable.
Did you get this katana from the Naked Man in Firelink?
That is the Naked Man's katana, but also I'm sort of a beautiful elf now.
Yeah, I quite like the coat.
And a record of Vodos War elf with the ears. Look at them.
That is, in my heart, that is literally what the aesthetic is. Just with like a cooler sword. Actually, did they have swords in that? Robin, you're the anime expert. Did they have swords in Record of Lodos War? I see you're asking the other anime expert.
It is a war with armor, so I would imagine.
Titus, much as I respect your predilection for swords, I feel like not all wars were fought with swords.
Yeah, but that one had elves and armor.
And stones.
What about sweet magic?
I can't think of a single war that was fought exclusively with magic, but I know that World War V will be fought with sticks and stones. That's my pull quote.
I have to wait and see if that one comes true. Might be a while.
I can confirm that Record of Lodos War does have swords in it, but they're not called katanas. They are like Western broadswords and longswords.
Record of Lodos War swords.
That's exactly what I googled.
These are fairly, how to say, benign and quite modest swords.
It's like just standard
for
swords.
An anime. Not exactly standard, like still kind of fancy. Like one has a bat crossguard in the shape of like bat wings.
I mean, that sounds cool. I'll go for that. It's
okay, but mostly you could see these swords being used by someone in a princely sort of.
So saying these are more functional and practical than showy.
These are swords I could imagine. Like I see some regular ones, but the more fancy ones I could see being used by a royal guard kind of situation in actual medieval life.
Cool. I'm glad that we've got Titus on here, so we can talk about the real issues.
Titus,
by the way,
I'm not joking when I say I really appreciate, Titus, that you know a lot about swords. Like,
I don't know if I know a lot about swords.
Comparatively, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like, you are basically our resident sword expert. You know which ones are the cool ones, which is important.
I would call myself a sword buff.
No, I just picked up one of those. That's what Great Magic Weapon is.
God damn it.
Nice.
Hello.
Bringing it back.
You're
Getting
Dark
back on
Souls,
top
remember?
FSC.
So, what I wanted to do there was just poke my head around that corner that we missed last time. Turns out there was just a prize and a shortcut there, which is nice.
That's fine.
But let's actually do some progress, hey?
Prizes and shortcuts, not short swords. Sorry, thinking about swords.
What was that
It's
Tumblr
always
account who
ticking.
does...
Art of swords.
Yeah, is that the one that writes a short story? Well, not a short story, just...
No, we don't write
A
short
novel-length
stories.
thing.
It depends on the sword.
Right. I suppose it would have to,
'Cause-
wouldn't it?
Yeah, because a lot of them don't have very. They posted a very, very nice German sword recently that had pretty extensive history of a blacksmith. But sometimes there was one that was I believe it was a sword that was given as a present to a Spanish prince. Who was Manuel Godoy. He was the prime minister of Spain, and he was given a very, very pretty French sword as a gift. And it had a story about the sword, but it also had just like basically a blazon of the entire sword, which is like describing the entire thing from top to bottom.
From toe to tip.
Yeah, from toe to tip. That's a sword. So it was kind of a bit too wordy. But the ones where they actually go into history and not describing photos are good. While reading about that sword, it was quite funny to me that the person they gave it to, Manuel Godoy, earned the nickname the Prince of Peace, despite him being blamed for a war with Great Britain that went extremely badly for Spain. So I'm not sure if it's an ironic nickname or not.
Did you know why Alexander Nobel was given the peace, founded the Nobel Peace Prize, even though he invented dynamite?
Because mutually assured destruction is the only way to establish peace.
Was it
Something
irony?
like that. I think it was... Okay, if I'm wrong, I fully expect to be called
Was
out
it
on
because
this,
he
but...
blew something up into pieces?
Yes, it was just a mistranslation. It was originally the
It was-
Nobel Peace Prize.
I remember the intro cinematic to the first Nobel Peace Prize was a large stone writing that said "Peace says," and then Nobel explodes the last S of a dynamite. Okay, go ahead. Sorry, I'm done goofing.
Okay, I've already made a mistake. It wasn't Alexander Nobel, it was Alfred Nobel.
Well, it's
Okay.
close enough. It starts with an A. I'll give you that one.
Yeah.
Al.
A. Nobel. Apparently, I think this is probably true. If not, then feel free to yell at me.
You sound
Apparently
very
his
confident
obituary-
about this, love.
His
Yeah.
obituary was published before he died, and at which point he was able to read it, and it said that he was essentially a monster for having invented dynamite, which people were mostly using to kill each other instead of making mining safe, which was what it was intended for. So he decided, right, in that case, I'm going to make everything better now, and they did a lot of good stuff, and something Nobel Peace Prize.
I mean,
There you go.
that's a horrible story if that's true. Like, it's good that... Don't get me wrong, it's good that he went away and did nice things, but also, I don't like the idea of reading your own obituary.
Yes. Yeah.
It's giving me the willies.
Also, I feel like in a way like that's a huge weight to carry. Like I accidentally invented more war, but also it's quite funny in that sort of advancement of technology thing where people used to like get terrified of cinema theaters because they would think things would come off the screen.
Oh, like train putting into the station.
Yeah. In that, like, oh no, dynamite. I'm the world's greatest. I'm history's greatest monster for making dynamite.
The newspaper described him as a man who made it possible to kill more people more quickly than anyone else who had ever lived. And like,
That is, even considering what dynamite is, that is a pretty fucking brutal description. Like, someone was really going for it that day.
I mean, like, and at this point we can go, haha, dynamite is just a red stick with a fuse in the end.
Well, no, dynamite's
Why,
not
Casey
great.
Bugs Bunny never died from dynamite.
Exactly, yeah. While Casey lights it and then chucks it at that damn bird, and then falls off a cliff or something.
How come
You guys can turn
skeletons
invisible?
Yeah, I was gonna ask.
fuck?
how-
Yeah, I've just been waiting to talk about the games. Fine, we'll get that in.
Can you get their sword?
I don't know. I hope so.
I quite like it.
I don't really know what this place is other than a sort of terrifying catacomb full of teleporting skeletons.
It gets worse.
It can't get worse than teleporting skeletons with giant swords, Robin.
Well, you say that.
What about
I say that with confidence.
what if it was a teleporting dragon
That breathes bones instead of fire.
with breathed swords?
I don't really feel like breathing swords would be any more dangerous than breathing fire, to be honest. At that point, it's like, well, you're probably in trouble anyway. Why not be
but
really
I'm just,
ostentatious?
I don't want to switch way too many variables at once. So right now I'm just keeping the swords, keeping the teleportation, but just changing the type of monster
Ah, okay.
from a skeleton to dragon.
That makes perfect sense.
Trying to find out, like, bit by bit, what you can make worse to make it more unpleasant. I feel like if the swords that it breathes were on fire, then that would make it worse. You kind of just go, oh, fuck off. And it would just be tiresome at that point.
Well, if someone breathes swords at you, you would just tell them to fuck off?
No, if the swords were
Oh,
on fire.
very funny.
Oh.
Good trick. I have places to be. Leave me alone.
Also, just realised that Zane Zero said that in chat, and then I wasn't trying to call you out. I'm sorry. Can we still be friends?
It's too late. You're already ripped.
There's apparently illusory walls in this cave, is what I'm hearing from my correspondent.
Zane Zero did not read that. I was looking at the obituary for Alfred Nobel.
Your correspondent.
My correspondent
Have
in
you got
chat.
have you got a skeleton on the inside?
Yes, actually we all do.
Yeah.
Thank you for that one.
Oh God. I can't really be upset. I just
I quite enjoyed it.
it was a nice one. You did a really good job. Robin,
Wow,
this
these
one's
guys
not
are all,
worse,
like,
it's just more of a
different
pain in
kinds
the
of-
ass.
Different kinds of asshole skeleton.
Well, asshole wasn't the word I was going to go for, but if that's how you're feeling this evening, sure.
They're just
This
kind
guy's
of a
rude as
pain.
hell. Like I was rude as hell. He's jumped about and throwing knives everywhere.
I mean,
You got a kukri, which is a kind of knife.
Is it like a machete or?
Yeah, it's similar. It has a drop point, but it's like it bends at the end. If you would, well, you remember the sniper in TF2?
I was trying to not mention that and make it look like I knew what I was talking about for other reasons.
He had the kukri. It was, I think it was called a machete in game, but that was a kukri.
Because he's in the outback.
Oh,
They're used for mostly the same stuff, you know.
sorry, Int did a really bad skeleton joke too.
Terrible.
Or humorous.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a good one. It's a
Okay.
good skeleton joke.
Yeah. Okay, we can all get our little skeleton humor in.
I get the feeling we're going
What's
to be in
up?
this. Oops, sorry.
What's a Carthus Pyromancy stone?
That. So, I'm pretty sure we can double check, but I'm pretty sure that if I give that to the pyromancer friend who lives at home, he'll know more pyromancies. So he
Oh,
can
it's
teach me
like
more
a key
pyromancies.
item.
Yeah, it's like a book, but
A
It is-
stone book.
actually that looks papery.
Is it stone or tome?
It's
think it's
tome.
tome.
Okay.
So, in Dark Souls 3, instead of meeting lots of different vendors that sell you lots of different things, you meet the same people early on, then they go back to the Firelink Shrine, and you keep bringing them more things, and they sell you.
Wait, do you meet them all in Firelink, or do you meet them along the world and they're like, I'll go to Firelink?
You meet them basically in the first hour or so, And,
Yeah.
like, they don't even say, oh, I'll go. It's, oh, Ashen One, could you teleport me back home? Me legs are knackered. And then they just
Bloody
vanish.
hell, Ashen One.
Hey, I've been out here for bloody hours. Weather's reet bad in this village.
Oh, Ashen One, I need you to shoot me with a big gun. Could you do that for me, please?
It's nice that Andy from Andy and the Barley Pickers is still getting work.
It's hard to know where the accent was. It was sort of, it started in the north, went kind of down south and to the left, and just sort of spread around the country. It was basically all the good accents. That message said there was a trap here, so I'm going to walk forward and probably get flattened by a big stone.
Don't get boned.
I'll try not to get boned, Robin, and also I need to explain something to you when you're older.
It's okay, Danny, I'm just ribbing you.
I have to explain
Kneecap.
2 things when you're older. Wait. I just walked in a bloody
Anyway,
circle.
so we got a
Go
great
on,
show
Bone.
for you guys tonight.
Has anyone got any papers to shuffle?
Yeah,
Knuckle.
Robin, quickly, play a really nasty bass line as Titter shuffles those papers.
Shit, wait.
Have they actually just walked away to get a bass?
probably.
What's about to happen? I was just in Robin's house this weekend and I didn't see a bass guitar.
It's hidden. It's one of those compact bass with tuning pegs hidden in the neck. Okay. Hey, welcome everyone. Thanks for coming over. Thank you. We got. I feel like this is less of like a talk. This is like a Cowboys talk show. Yeah.
Got a great show for you tonight. Got
Pardon
real
me.
good, Tits is down on the farm. Got a real good piece about new ranching methods. I can hear something bad coming behind me. Yep, that was the bad thing. That's a ball made of skeletons.
You remember when you said it couldn't get worse?
That's a ball made of skeletons.
It's the bone orb.
That's Legion. That's Legion died and turned into a skeleton Legion.
So you don't have to keep playing the bass line as the bone orb goes past.
I know.
And we got a great show for you today. Of course, our guest tonight is
The Bone Orb.
Let's hear it for Bone Orb. All right.
And then all the
Glad to
crowd
have
just
you.
screams. Oh, okie dokie.
It's more like a scream of terror.
I tried to attack the bone orb and I paid the price.
Of course.
Don't touch the bone orb, Jesus.
No, I tried to attack the bone orb to stop the bone orb, and the bone orb did not really care.
Keep all arms and legs out of reach of the bone orb.
Long-time viewers will of course recognize Bone Orb from going up and down the stairs in Fire and Keep. You see them all over Fire and Keep running up those stairs, up and down.
You do see the
Orbs.
bone orb right round the back of Farron Keep, up and down the stairs.
Yeah, and Catacombs of Carthage just running up and down the stairs.
And you know, they run up and down and they jump off and go, ooh.
Yeah. Ooh, that really hurt me, orb. Ooh. Do you ever wonder that sometimes we're a little self-indulgent?
I know what you mean.
Literally, I do not know what you mean. And some bad news for the show today. I was that's a bad. Welcome to bad news with the segment. Last week I had some problems with experimental electronic treatment I'm going through, and it fried parts of my brain. So now I literally don't understand some words.
Oh boy.
So,
So
do you have a list of all the words, or are we just going to find them as we go along the stream tonight?
mhm,
I think
yep,
that if you had a list,
go ahead
then-
with your question.
I think if he had a list, then he'd just look at it and say, this is just gobbledygook. Somebody's just written down a bunch of letters.
These are just fake words.
Start making this up, like, what's this? Plimby. That doesn't make any sense.
Glimby is a town in Wales.
That's true, isn't it?
No.
Oh.
Neil, welcome to the bit. Is that really in Wales or not?
Can't believe I beat Robin at another round of Is That Really in Wales? If it's any consolation, Robin, a skeleton did parry me as I did that.
So it was quite. You did get reprimanded.
There is somebody that lives in Wales called Plimby.
I mean, that's probably true. I can't really prove you wrong.
Stalemate! No, there is. Hold on. Plimby, ancestry.co.uk.
Yeah.
A John Henry Plimby, born in 1855.
It's not okay to laugh at people's names. We can't do this.
No, hold on.
Even when they're called Plimby.
Hold on. Sorry. He was born in. Don't waste all your laughs on this one because I think coming up is real hood. He was born in 1855. That's not a joke. He was born in Shropshire.
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 Just a real place, Titus.
Shropshire.
Stop shuffling the papers. Shropshire's real.
Shropshire. That's not me
you
shuffling
guys
the
heard about
papers.
this?
That's me saying the word Shropshire. There's no paper shuffling. He was. He had, I assume, a son named Eno Fletcher Edward Plimby.
What the fuck? That's
That's
such a
an
good name.
incredible name.
Eno
just-
Fletcher Edward Plimby.
Just Eno Fletcher is fucking. You could just break that name in half like a Twix bar.
Eno
And
Fletcher
you would
is
have-
a guilty gear.
Just split it to two people and they can each have a better name.
Yeah.
Eno Fletcher and Edward Plimby.
Yeah, Edward Plimby would get the short end of that stick, and Eno Fletcher would.
Edward Plimby is still a good name. Don't get me wrong, Eno Fletcher is all time, but
Eno Fletcher would. I mean, I'm typecasting the Enos here, but I do imagine him as a quite successful ambient electronic artist. Whereas an Edward Plimby,
Edward
not
Plimby,
in the, not in the entertainment industry.
Wurzels at best.
I think Eno Fletcher wasn't guilty gear though. Seriously.
No, you're thinking of Eno with an I. This is the less sexy version with an E.
No, this one's Welsh. It's got an I in it.
Yeah, this is I know.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I was thinking. Sorry.
No, like
What are you
Brian.
thinking of your
Eno.
mate Brian again? Bloody Brian.
Brian, bloody Brian.
I feel like I need to sit down.
I am sitting down currently.
Just been overwhelmed by.
Just life in general.
Anyway,
Yeah.
stream standing up.
It just gets the circulation going, you know.
Exactly.
It's healthier for you. Because when I come down to the streaming office, you know, it's a bit sedentary. They say you should try and move around every so often. Getting stabbed by a sword apparently doesn't count.
No.
So someone said there was a cool illusory wall in this room? I don't think... We found another one elsewhere, but do I have to just go around poking all the walls?
Hot news. There's also Plumb is also a last name apparently. There's
Plum, I'll believe that.
but I think Plumb.
Actually, I don't
sounds-
need to believe that. That's a fact that you're just presenting.
Yeah. Well, you know, we're still. Who's to say we stopped playing? Is that really in Wales or not?
It is
I'm always
kind of an
playing with
ongoing
that
game,
video.
isn't it?
Yeah, it's a lifetime score tally on that. Kind of.
I'm sure Robin will score a point one day. I can't find this illusory wall. I'm gonna hit every single wall in this.
We got a great show
category
for you
like
guys tonight.
It's mostly me hitting walls.
That's that's the basis. So if you imagine a show as a sandwich, then I feel hitting walls is not the bread, but it could be a nice olive.
Yeah.
It's in there in the middle, isn't it? Like, it's in there. It's not as filling as the Plimby stuff, but it is still in there.
Yeah, the Plimby stuff is like tomato.
Would you say that it's like the lettuce of the sandwich? Where, like,
The Plimby stuff?
yeah, well, like you'd miss it if it wasn't there, but nobody says
It's not what you come to the
their favourite
sandwich
part.
for, is it?
Yeah.
No, all of lettuce.
Hey, we got a real lettuce sandwich for you tonight.
Well, the bone orb is the meat of it, isn't it?
No,
What if
Robin,
you're
you fundamentally
vegetarian?
misunderstood what's in the
sorry.
bone orb.
No.
Yeah, it's actually no meat in bone orb for me.
mostly just
Even
bones.
vegetarian, it could be falafel, I suppose.
A falafel is an orb, but it's an orb of chickpea, isn't it? It's not an orb of bone.
I know. I'm sorry.
It's an orb of chickpea, isn't it? What you've done there is you've confused your orbs.
I'm always confusing my orbs.
Some orb walker you are.
Actually, I think confusing your orbs is like what gets you entry into the orb walkers.
Well, I'm no longer with the orb walkers. I've left.
Did you get dropped?
Yeah, it was after last international. There was a big, how the teams shuffle around. So I am no longer with the orb walkers, but thankfully, Clan 2 has picked me up. I am now they have put me in a very advantageous position as the leader of the European team, the Euro lineup of Clan 2.
How many other people are there in the Euro lineup for Clan 2?
Well, we're hosting some tryouts later on, some open qualifiers for determining the final roster, because the Clan 2 is a fairly young and up-and-coming organization, especially the European roster, which was founded 9 hours ago.
Wait, Titus, you're in your 20s, aren't you?
Yes.
That's going to be way too old for Dota.
That is a real shame, isn't it?
Actually, in this year's international, there were a lot of people around 25. Like, there's a lot of younger players as well, but I feel like people have calmed down from the holy shit, you need to be like 13 to be at peak physical condition to play Dota.
Yeah, I feel that like Dota is like a lot of competitive games at high levels are a lot more about the strategy rather than just like the fast execution. Like something like Alex Valle, who did really well at Evo last year, was 37 at the time as well. Like, it's not about being able to like get those good combinations and like having fast reactions to see what the other person's doing. It's just knowing where they're going to be and what they're going to do next.
I mean, that's always pretty much been the trade-off with the esports, though. It is, like you say, reflexes versus experience. Like,
Yes.
I don't even think... I think you could pretty much realistically take the E off of that. Wow, that sucks. What did I do? I talked about esports and I got shot for it. Oh, I found a cool ring that makes me invisible, by the way. Just, again,
nice.
Whoa,
while
holy
you
shit,
were
that
doing your
looks
esports
like
stuff.
Oh, you were participating in it also, not sure.
Yeah, when you do with the string, when you do a dodge roll, you go invisible like that skeleton did.
Exactly. Now,
Yeah,
I'm the cool skeleton.
I hear what you're saying, Danny, about esports. The difference is that in esports and regular sports, trade-off versus with reflex versus experience. But also in esports, you don't have to run up and down the field for 80 minutes. So
No,
or
you
any
have to
banisters.
mentally.
yeah,
There's I feel like this is a more of a PvP kind of ring.
I've
I'm
seen
not
it used in.
It said it.
Does it actually like make them disengage?
It said it increases dexterity, and my main stat is dexterity, so I'm giving it a go.
Alright.
Hi, Josh. I'm dying to skeletons today.
Should we say what happened and why you weren't able to stream at the weekend, Danny?
Well, I mean, we certainly can. You were kind of hosting anyway. Would you like to take the reins?
Sure. So, Danny, this weekend, was unable to stream because
That's
they were
me.
away from their computer. And they were, in fact, in Birmingham. Ho, ho, ho. That's where I live.
Alright, let's roll the intro for it. Okay, this week in Birmingham.
Considering
that's
Birmingham likes heavy metal so much, you really would think the intro would be a little faster, wouldn't you?
Well, there's many different kinds of heavy metal, but let's not dwell on that.
We had a walk around the city and realised that actually Birmingham might be one of the more Dark Souls parts of the country. In that we both got stabbed
There's
by a skeleton that kept teleporting. Yeah.
I have been stabbed by a skeleton in every single major city of the UK, Robin. That's not what decides it.
I am always being stabbed by an invisible skeleton, and that skeleton's name is ideology.
I knew where we were going halfway through that, and I didn't want to stop it.
Thank you.
There is a statue of a giant iron bull by the shopping centre. There is... Oh, that guy didn't have a head or an arm, did he?
No, he had enough to fuck me up.
Is that Birmingham?
There was...
Saturday night, you know.
There's a suit of armour with a guitar, holding a guitar in the window of a guitar shop. There was...
That's pretty sick.
Yeah, there was,
was really
multiple
sick.
big churches and cathedrals.
I stopped and made Robin take a picture of it when we saw.
Oh, did you post it?
I just linked it in chat, yeah.
Oh, that's fucking brilliant.
I know, right?
It's really good. There was no reason for that to be there.
No.
Like it wasn't like
That's a fairly... Huh.
it wasn't like a themed guitar shop, and the theme was knights and guitars.
That's an interesting set of armor, I would say. It's kind of weird to place because the general form is kind of bulky, so it makes me think it's early medieval, but then it has all the gold lines, which are pretty common with the Greenwich. Is that how you pronounce it? There's like a Greenwich school of armory or like armor design, which is what the gold plating reminds me of. But I think that was like late medieval. That's my story from that's to the amateur medieval history corner.
It seems to me like they just grabbed a bunch of pieces of armor, put them on a mannequin, put them in the shop window.
Yeah,
Well,
I was going to say...
They seem to be from the same set.
You can just go down to the armor supermarket and pick up the same set, though.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean it's just like random pieces of armor. It means a set. I think. It's not like mix and match.
Well, maybe it is mixing and matching, like in Monster Hunter.
Well, maybe it doesn't. Well, I guess it doesn't seem like that mix and match. You know, like it doesn't seem that odd. The chainmail is throwing me off, though.
It's the most tittest thing I've ever heard.
I've been getting really into sort of stuff recently.
Yeah, it's cool.
It's interesting. There's a lot of interesting stuff. The 100 Years' War is at once like extremely horrifying to think about, but also some of the funniest shit in the world. The entire fate of the territory of Brittany or Britain was decided because a guy wanted to show off to a lady and called enemy general to a duel.
That war lasted for 116 years because of that.
No, not because of that. The Brittany thing was like, because it wasn't, one continuous war. It was a lot of conflicts.
Right.
And the Brittany War lasted, I think, Well, I don't remember how much, but it wasn't very short. And at some point it had stalemated because both France and England had pretty much like half and half territory. And they were reluctant to actually go out and attack each other because it wouldn't have been advantageous. And then I believe it was a French knight challenged one English knight to a duel. It was like, I want to prove my honor and chivalry to a dear lady of mine. And the English guy was like, you know what, let's make it a team deathmatch. And he literally like said, like, yo, let's bring 30 knights and have a combat game. Well, obviously, like, a lethal, but...
Did they have to bow beforehand by looking at the ground with their weapons?
Probably. You know, well, the funniest part is they got, like, they gathered in a, like, neutral field, and they fought for a bit. A couple guys got killed, like, 2 people got killed, a lot of them got injured, and they were like, let's have an afternoon break to bandage up and eat lunch, and then resume, and that's totally what they did.
Wait, so the people that were murdering each other also had lunch with each other as well?
Yeah, it was like, it wasn't like horrible, evil, like, war, you are my mortal enemy. It was like honorable, chivalric combat game. Which is
See, you say but
ridiculous.
also the right response to that is
There's a lot of responses to that, I think, and just fucking ridiculous.
It is
in a way,
really fucking.
But they
weird.
just like,
isn't that kind of true? I mean, you say the 100 Years' War in particular. Isn't it kind of true that pretty much every historical war was resolved by, but I want to get into their pants? Like, how?
Well,
Ooh.
I feel like it's not an uncommon occurrence for just anything in history in general. I feel like a lot of it has been influenced by pants getting. I'm mostly amazed by the fact that after this duel, they were like, okay, no, that settles that for this entire province, this like 30 on 30 team deathmatch.
Yeah.
I mean, it's good because it prevented probably a lot more deaths from...
History is weird.
Araman says, remember that basically the people on both sides are French, which is a contentious topic, I think. Well, I think probably people who were thinking that were at the helm of a lot of that war, or like at the... It was weird. It was like... King of England traced back some lineage and said he was like, I'm the rightful heir of France. And the French king was like, actually, you got backwards, I'm the rightful heir of England. It's fucking lineage decided so much stuff. It's really stupid and weird. But the battle over Brittany, which I discussed, basically started because a dude had died without a direct heir, and he named, I believe, his niece as an heir. And his personal lineage traced back to France, I think, and his niece is traced back to England. And that's why both like England and France backed different sides of the family, because they had like a legitimate reasoning of like appealing to heritage. And that it's fucking weird.
Did you say battle over Brittany? Because I thought that I thought they were called bombs over Baghdad.
I believe you're referencing a song, not a band. There's probably a band called Bombs Over Baghdad. I know there's a rapper called B.O.B. Bob. We got a great show for you guys.
We got a great show for you guys tonight.
But yeah, definitely read up on medieval history because it's fucking weird. Found out the current prince of, I believe, Prussia works for like a pharmaceutical company. He lives in a castle and works for a company, which is fucking bizarre to me.
Danny, how's the game going?
Silently.
Oh boy.
Huh?
I said, oh boy, because
It's going Bob.
it's going Bob.
Sorry to hijack the stream for a bit with dumb shit.
I mean, at least you got a bonfire. I think.
Yeah, I just been wandering around the catacombs, you know. After getting a helpful tip to Ember from Itomi, I found what looks like the worst boy.
Oh,
Was it just that strong boy, that boy that we all love the most, Havel the Rock Johnson?
No, he's a good boy. This is Night
Whoa,
Slayer.
what was it? Well, was the September? Is it because you get an AI guy?
Yeah, you get an AI invader, and I got a gesture from him killing me, which was good.
Oh, sorry, I think I've got one of those I keep my coffee on in my front room. That was one for the joke then.
Oh no, sorry.
What?
It was a good joke, Robin. This is a giant guy with a sword.
Let's say Zorig sounds like an IKEA piece of furniture.
Oh, I thought you were going for Keurig, as in like the coffee cup thing.
Oh,
Oh, sorry.
Okay, yeah, that I would have. Yeah, that's one I would have assumed to find new words.
I don't want to fight him in that tiny ass room. Wait, can I borb him?
Bulb him. It's worth a shot.
I'm gonna borb that boy.
Probably can. Oh, he looks like Tarkus a bit from the Great Helm I saw.
Borb that boy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Oh.
wait for him to come up again.
I borbed him and he didn't really care.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, he looks like kind of a more chaotic Tarkus.
That's because he's red.
No, I think it's the sword that's making me think he's not a nice boy.
Yeah, the sword doesn't look a bit funky, like Nightmare from Soul Calibur.
Yeah, it's a bit dirty and a bit enormous.
Yeah, but the shield and the helmet make me think of Tarkus.
I just saw Danny get flattened by them and thought, oh, is it like Havel?
Is he very large and danger?
Well, wasn't wrong.
Admittedly.
Is Havel in this game? Is Havel in Dark Souls 2?
You can get his clothes. Dark Souls
Havel
2 is
was
weird in
not.
that it only really like references Dark Souls 1 in that you can get everyone's clothes. And it's- so far in Dark Souls 3, there's been a lot of cosplay.
There aren't very many direct references to Dark Souls 1 and Dark Souls 2, apart from the bit where you have to just fight Ornstein.
Yeah, the Ornstein man is there.
Yeah.
And then like in Dark Souls 3, it's just the best of.
Yeah, like the blacksmith Andre is right there at the start.
Greatest hits.
That's a
So,
slab
is it-
of rock pretending to be a sword from Dark Souls 2.
Nice.
I don't, unless that's the giant old knight sword, I totally don't recognise that sword. Is that the giant old knight sword?
I don't know anything about Dark Souls 2 swords.
I don't know anything about anything, to be honest. Robin's here is the clever one.
I don't know shit about this game, so sorry.
Just make something up,
Well-
I'll believe you.
That's what clever people do.
I mean, make
True.
something up, but it sounds convincing.
When we get to playing Zero Time Dilemma, I'll have some shit to say.
Listen, when we get to
Some
playing Zero
shit.
Time Dilemma, I'm just going to say all the clever words I can... Robin? Actually, sorry, not Robin.
Damn.
Titus?
Me?
Have you heard of Ice 9?
Isn't it the Kurt Vonnegut stuff?
Yes,
Actually, yes.
actually yes.
It's really weird
Okay.
how that's just like a
So-
reference dropped in.
Yeah.
Did I get it right, or is that like a zero-time dilemma thing?
So they mentioned at one point in 9 Persons, 9 Hours, 9 Doors, 3 characters are locked in a freezer and are freezing to death. And at one point,
And one of them was like, "Wow, this is a real Ice 9 of a situation, huh?"
we really Icelanded this time.
This is a real pain in the Ice 9.
Yeah, and then
Nice.
she just spends 5 or 10 minutes explaining to you this short story and this pseudo-scientific concept of water that can change the freezing point of other bits of water. And like, you look at her and go, "Okay, we're dying, but
I mean, that's
Yeah.
cool
But
and all,
something
but
to
it's a
take,
bit cold.
There's something to be said about taking your mind off of stressful situation.
That's true. It
Yeah.
did make the atmosphere a little nicer. Also, sounds like I can cut that bridge down if I wanted to. I don't know why the fuck I'd want to. Oh, the Fume Knight! What happened was I spent like 45 minutes fighting the Fume Knight at like 2 in the morning. So yeah.
Uh-huh.
oh right,
It was the boss fight I had the most trouble with in Dark Souls 2, but also it was so fucking cool.
it's a cool fight."
It's a really cool fight. Is this lever bad? I don't know. Yeah, I think the official line, the official stream line on Zero Escape is that Zero Escape's really good, and like Robin said, we are going to stream the last one of the series.
I still
haven't-
think that Virtue's Last Reward is the best, but Zero Time Dilemma is not bad by any stretch of the imagination.
Is that the one that came out just now?
Yes.
I haven't played it yet, hence the streaming. I don't know if it's necessarily the appropriate game to stream.
It's going to be fun to go through it at least, and I want to hear your reaction to some of the parts of that game.
It will
Also, they're
mostly
coming,
just be screaming.
and they're all coming to Steam soon. And I recommend everybody play through them because what? Yeah, Play through them
Honestly,
'cause
I
they're
wouldn't
fun.
say it's a thing you would recommend everyone play through. I'd say it's a really specific thing. Like, it's not something everyone... The specific combination of really fucked up, nasty shit and, like, Metal Gear Solid level pseudoscience nonsense times. And
Oh, no,
then
it's-
puzzles.
above and beyond Metal Gear Solid.
Oh no, it's that same flavour though, you know? Also,
Well, I mean,
it said that bridge can get cut down, and here's a shortcut that lets me not take the bridge.
it's probably for PvP.
I, should I just take the bridge and get fucked up?
I imagine if you get attacked on the bridge and you swing your sword and you cut it down yourself, you will feel a fool and you will regret your words and deeds.
Also, like in Metal Gear Solid.
That's just like a really fun phrase I've been putting into my daily usage.
It's really good.
It's a good one.
But
It's a really good one to use on very mundane stuff.
yeah. Also, I don't know what I'm talking about when I'm saying that like Metal Gear Solid doesn't have that kind of weird pseudoscience because, well, you know what? Zero Escape doesn't have wormholes, at least, that take you into alternate dimensions.
Hold on. Let's not make public fools of ourselves by accepting fan works into Kojima's universe.
Excuse me, wormholes are in Metal Gear Solid 5 as a legit mechanic, thank you.
That's true. That's true.
Are they?
Yeah, you can get it's instead of the Fulton device, you can just use a wormhole instead.
Is that like you have to research that in the lead game?
Yeah.
It's this. You know when you catch yourself saying something about a video game that sounds terrible, that's how you transport children through the wormhole.
Which children? Okay, I guess
That's how
there
you
are
transport,
children.
you transport child soldiers through the wormhole after you've knocked them out either with your fists or shooting them with a tranquilizer gun or shooting them with rubber bullets.
Video games are really terrible.
Video games are fucking terrible.
Video games. Are
Also,
awful.
we can absolutely accept like fan works as non-canon because Metal Gear Rising is incredible.
It's not a fan work.
I suppose was Kojima a consultant on it?
Kojima was a consultant and he said, it's really good. I love what you're doing. The music's great. The stream sounds
Hey guys,
fantastic.
it's me, Hideo Kojima. Just thought I'd say, love what you're doing. Really
Yeah,
good
just-
stuff, everyone.
I really admire you guys' work and dedication to creating this additional work in my universe. Official work with the Koji Pro seal of quality on it.
Just want to say, you're really not going to regret your words and deeds.
These are some excellent words. They gave him
top-notch words and deeds.
Yeah, they gave him the script, and he said, "No, these are some words and deeds I can get behind."
In the chat, Moose just asked, "How long does it take for the crazy stuff in Metal Gear Solid 5 to appear?" And I think, Danny, wasn't that your big criticism of Metal Gear Solid 5?
My big criticism of Metal Gear Solid 5 is kind of the big criticism of Metal Gear Solid 5 that everyone has, though. The fun stuff you expect from Metal Gear Solid, the weird story stuff, is laid too thin and kind of backloaded.
Yeah.
So, like,
absolutely.
It's fun. It's a really fun Metal Gear Solid to play. But
it's probably the best one to play.
I really liked 4. Like, I know...
Fair enough.
I know a lot of people didn't.
I feel that at that point it is personal preference. I just feel that, like, it gives you the options, it gives you a larger area to play through. It's like they did the Far Cry game better.
It is absolutely the best Far Cry game there has ever been.
Yeah.
I don't think there are... I shouldn't have touched the bad cup.
I really like the effects of being embered.
I touched the bad cup and all of the dark come out.
Well, you shouldn't touch that.
You didn't... It's easy to say that once I've touched the bad skull and all the dark come out, Robin.
This is why the stream
Danny,
sucks.
Don't touch the bad skull and make the dark come out, you could have said. Now this is really dark in here!
Because of the stream delay, I can't say, Danny, don't touch the goblet made out of a skull. You just do it and then say, oh, you shouldn't have done that. Now you looked after the good ending.
all the darks come out. There's loads of it. Ew. My clothes are a real mess. I don't know if I want to pick up this thing that's lying around here. Oh! This is a dodge...
When you said your clothes a mess, I immediately remember that Big Burger video. Jeb's a mess.
Jeb's a waste.
What's...
This is so good. This is so good.
Walner.
Should I maybe...
he looks cool.
He looks really cool, but also I was not mentally prepared to deal with whatever was going on.
This is a cool idea for a boss.
I mean, is it not the logical extension of Dark Souls? Like, this is the last Dark Souls, what have we got to pull out the back? It's the biggest skeleton.
The biggest skeleton we could find.
Bigger than Nito, bigger than a giant.
The thing is, Nito was never big, Nito was just lots. Like, Nito was an efficient skeleton.
Lots and big. Like, there are still the giant skeletons.
Oh, that's true, yeah.
I feel like his bases were the giant skeletons with a lot of regular skeletons on top.
So have the skeleton balls been solved? I didn't realize the sorbs were the Borbs rather. I didn't realize the Borbs were a puzzle. I tried to hit it once, fell on my ass.
Obviously that's not the solution then.
If you just turn your console off and come back in 2 weeks, the skeleton orb will have died.
Ah, of course, because obviously being skeletons, they're very old.
Yeah.
But the bridge is fine again. I guess we'll break that.
Yeah, it respawns when you kill it. When you use the bonfire meat.
Oh, okay, that's a good... every skeleton in the world...
It's a monster?
Apparently.
Every skeleton in the world wake up when I killed their favourite bridge. Was this the trick?
Skeletons are... They all paid... Do you have any idea how much taxes they paid to get that bridge installed?
Jungle Fight rope bridges.
Yeah.
Those aren't...
That is a controversial project.
Those aren't cheap to maintain either, those Jungle Fun rope bridges. This sucks!
It's expensive to get rope down here, you know?
You're coming in lackadaisically fucking up their bridges.
Hey, I'm the big adventurer. I need to cut down these bridges.
Oh, it's me,
snap,
Danny.
snap.
Whoops, looks like I've broken your house with all my pink shit.
Oh, great, thanks, noble hero.
Sorry, did I fall on everything and get sparkles all over it?
I like
Hey,
how you fell on your damn face when you jumped off that cliff just then.
listen. It was either that or deal with all the skeletons. I mean, I guess I can climb down then, huh?
Yeah, go for it.
Wait, does this mean if you are on the bridge when it gets cut down, you can ride it down like some kind of Indiana Jones's film?
A real in the 500 kind of a situation.
I can't believe they finally made 500 of those things. Isn't Harrison
think
Ford
it's-
tired?
I don't think it's a 500
Ah!
one of those things. I think it's like a Blues Brothers 2000 kind of situation.
Do you remember?
Or a Final Fantasy VII situation.
Yeah, there's not 7 of them.
That'd be
Yeah, there is.
ridiculous. What?
Well, for a start, right? Final Fantasy VII is not the name of it. It's Final Fantasy V. It's got 2 eyes on the end. It's pronounced
yeah.
V.
I heard that if you manage to get Jesse, Biggs, and Wedge to survive, and when the slums come down, then you actually get to meet V, and then he joins your party.
I did not hear that. I regretfully have to.
It's Final Fantasy V deep lore.
I need to step out of the conversation because I have not heard that. And no thanks for Robin for the big spoiler.
I can't join in with the good jokes right now. I just
What is going on, Danny?
I knew exactly that was going to happen. I knew that would be a mimic. I didn't realize that.
Mimics seem much more fierce in this game than in the first.
Yes.
They hit really hard.
Yeah,
The
they're
first one
just
was
like.
kind of. The first one was kind of goofy.
Fuck
Yeah,
off.
the first one, like,
Fuck.
you genuinely needed to be taken by surprise for it to be anything, and in this one, it feels like you know it's a mimic, and, like, it's still dangerous to you.
Yeah, like
Yeah, they hit
you
super
in
hard
order
and,
to
like,
in
you
order
find
to
them-
not like get messed up by a mimic, you have to talisman it now. You can't just hit through it unless you have a good weapon, and I feel like I have a good weapon and it doesn't work. But like my health bar is big. I have a big health
I got
bar.
heart.
I got hot
pumping
Oh. Oh.
Nicely done. I'm a human.
I'm going home.
I don't think that's what he says.
I didn't come here to get called Alex Jones.
I quite like the very appropriate amount of laughing at their own jokes that we do.
Well, in that case, we're laughing at each other's joke.
Someone
Okay.
has to laugh at them. That's basic.
Oh,
We can't. No,
Oh,
no.
no.
I'm including myself
no.
in that. I'm including myself in that because we all developed kind of the same response. Because I feel like we developed it together.
Yeah.
Like we just laugh at our own shit.
Good times.
Good
On
times.
today's good show.
I'll put my bass guitar down. Hang on.
Yeah. So,
It's
sorry.
the best time.
We
It's
won't
a
need
really
that
good
until we
show.
close
It's
off the show.
It's the best time to be watching Danny stream Dark Souls. My latest bit is stealing other people's intro bits. Because I don't have an intro bit.
I just checked that video again and I forgot that he says, I've got a life force, which is basically him saying, I've got hit points and plenty of Estus.
Yeah. And I mean, if you've seen Alex Jones, he does look like he has a lot of hit points and that stuff.
He looks like he's filled with blood. He looks like he's got way too much blood.
Yeah, too much blood. Tone it down, Alex. That? It kind of looks like a cooler version of the Asylum guy. Asylum Demon.
We've actually already seen a cool version of the Asylum Demon already. But I know what you mean. There was the Fire Stage Demon, was a boss in Dark Souls 1 that was kind of similar. No, like, this guy's got a lot of the same animations. Like the way he holds his big stick.
And just the general shape of, like, big stick, big tail, kind of tall and, like, wide foot base.
This is a cool fight.
This is a mid-boss, I guess? 'Cause
Yeah.
There's no health bar. That's cool.
But he still gives you a great soul, which is weird.
That's what happened with the other Asylum Demon, though, too.
Yeah.
That had I think that even had the same item. Is that a fascinating implication?
I feel like, well, demons are demons. I feel that
Souls are souls.
souls are souls, demons are demons. I feel that you're going to get different things from that one because you got a very specific pyromancy from the first one that you killed. Have you used it yet?
I kind of forgot. I think we'll
Well,
do that in a
next
bit.
time you get to a bonfire, let's.
What's it called?
I'm not going to tell you because it's going to be a pleasant surprise.
Is it Demon? Is that the name of it? Demon.
Yeah, you got it in one.
Demon.
Demon.
We kind of skimped out on the naming for that one. All the other names are really good, and the like item descriptions, you know, in Dark Souls are fantastic. That one just says demon, and the description says demon, and it's
Demon.
like it just even starts with lowercase.
Yeah.
Weirdly,
Demon,
it shows
full
up in a
stop.
different font and everything. It just comes up in Times New Roman for some reason.
There's a forum signature underneath it.
Yeah,
No, that's
the
actually
demon
what
is
happens
the
when you get
forum signature.
Artorias' gun. Sorry, AK Torius even. How embarrassing.
It's okay, I'm sure I'll forgive you.
We haven't
He's
seen him in
an
so long.
honorable man.
So, I have a question about Alex Jones.
I
got-
may have an answer about Alex Jones, I'm not sure yet, but
When he says, this is what a human looks like, this is what we act like, I'm filled with blood right to the brim, who's he yelling about? Like, and who's he trying to...
I would imagine he's intimidating the lizard people. Do you think?
Reptilians.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Alex Jones is a lizard people kind of guy, but
I know David Icke is, that's his kind of big thing.
yeah, I don't think Alex Jones is, but he's like all these liberals are not human.
Yeah,
I feel like that's kind of
I remember when Eric Andre came onto his show, he said, let's get the Daily Show guy up here, and they started talking about fluoride in the water, and the Daily Show being the Pentagon propaganda, which is staggering, frankly.
yeah. I didn't realize it was propaganda, so I was real opener.
Yeah, it was
for
real
me.
life opener. Thanks, Alex Jones.
I thought I was watching a funny bit, but actually my eyes were just like, whoop, like right open. So that was cool for me, you know, get a little entertainment and a little information out of.
Exactly. If you'll excuse me, I'm going to grab myself a drink. Hold on.
All right, I will excuse you as the host of the show.
Thank you.
Welcome to Danny Plays Dark Souls, hosted by me, to this.
We've got a great show for you planned tonight.
Yeah, let's not get ahead of ourselves.
We've got the
We got a
average show planned for you tonight.
I don't want to get into spoilers, you know, if you say it's a great show or a bad show at the start, people kind of know what to expect.
We might have a show planned for you tonight.
We do have a show planned, I'll say that much, but you gotta stick around for the ending, because,
Well, then you
it's
just tell them
something
there's an
else.
ending.
Well, you know, these things, as the Shakespearean kind of tradition, always have a start and an ending. So, I'm guaranteeing it's got a beginning, it's got a middle bit, and it's got an ending. A lot of people these days watching streams have some, you know, we got to go to work, or we gotta go from work, or we gotta go run some videos or something, and it's nice to know that the show is going to end at some point.
Yeah, it's not one of those 24-hour streams. We can't keep it going all that time.
Yeah, and even if you think about it, even a 24-hour stream has an ending if those 24 hours end after those 24 hours stream ends. Because it's not infinite hours stream, it's 40. It's 24 hour stream.
I just feel like I need to have myself covered quickly. Danny, are you going to do anything for Extra Life?
What?
Are you doing anything for Extra Life?
Speaking of 24-hour streams, Robin's here with a great segment for Danny.
It's called Are You Doing Anything for Extra Life, Danny?
I can't believe you put the bass guitar in. We need another theme.
I'm probably in there right now.
We don't need a bass guitar theme right now.
Oh, you're
cut
saying
the
like
bass
some
guitar.
sort of really slow synth jam instead.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So,
Sure.
Robin, to answer your question, I don't know. I've never really done anything for them, to be honest.
Alright.
I always
I did
a
it
bit
once,
sort-
it was quite fun.
I did it once, it was quite fun,
Yeah,
but also that was
Knorr's
before
thing,
I had
right?
a
Yeah.
proper job and lived not with my parents.
Proper job.
Proper job. So,
Put up a counter. Proper job count 1. Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
it's okay. So it'd be a lot harder for me to do something like that now. But I do understand that Chip Cheesums, that's his full name.
We got a great plug for you today from Chip
Oh, this
Cheesums.
is why I'm plugging it, because I want to check if Danny was doing anything for it first. So I
Yeah.
didn't want to divert
I don't
anything
even
away.
really. I don't even really know what the time of it is. So,
It's sometime in September.
Yeah.
When in September is it?
All day.
All day in September?
all day September. It's a long one.
Fantastic. I'm busy in September, so I'm not sure if I can
No,
make
no,
it.
it's because it's one day. It's I'm busy on September.
Okay,
Sorry
sorry, my
to pull you
English
up on
is English is my second language, so I'm not.
Because we're having one long day with 30 24s in a row.
Okay, I'm busy on that September.
Jack
I will
Bauer's
be-
about to have the worst month of his life.
So, no, okay, but have you ever stopped to think how every single day in Jack Bauer's life is the most miserable shit?
Yeah.
That 24 is
Yeah.
maybe the worst program I've ever had the misfortune of watching. It's hideous. No one's having a good time there.
On the other hand, Decker is a really good kind of spy TV show if you want that. It's not on TV, but it's a good spy show.
Okay, so
Starring-
my plan
it's-
of maybe go and get the
Sorry.
shiny thing didn't quite work.
If we're still doing recommendations hour.
And we got a good new
Okay, so first off, Chip Cheesum is going to be streaming a bunch of Gex games for 24 hours. I think he's going to lose his goddamn mind. The second thing is a show I watched recently. Is called Spotless, and it's a good idea.
Thank you, Robin, for.
It's about somebody who has a day job cleaning up crime scenes for the police after.
What's
they
it
come
called?
home.
Sorry, Spotless?
Spotless.
Oh, okay. I thought you said Spotless for some reason. I imagined like coming back, like what happened to the guys who did Robot Wars, like 10 years
Oh.
after the fact.
Yeah.
Actually,
Spotless behind the garage doors.
you say that, Titus. They've just started doing Robot Wars again with all
I
the
fucking
same
know
people.
because I follow like so many people on Twitter who fucking watch Robot Wars and they're all posting about it now. So
It's
So only
actually
26-year-old
kind
people
of,
who, when Robot Wars were on, were 10, yeah.
it's actually kind of fucking terrible because it's all the same people with the same atmosphere, but they've reality TV'd it up. So you get these kind of incredible scenes that are like, oh no, Fuckatron's broken and they've only got 10 minutes to fix it. Will they do it?
Fuckatron's back?
Yeah, Fuckatron's back.
But the thing was
Wait,
that,
is
like,
really big cheese in it?
Probably.
the thing with Robot Wars is that, like, Fuckatron would break
Merry-go-rounds.
really big cheese. And then Fuckatron's pit crew walk over and be all like, alright, we're just going to let you borrow our soldering iron for a bit. And they go, thanks, Fuckatron. And they go, don't worry about it, wheelie big cheese. And they go back and carry on with their job.
But
Like, it used to be really cute and, like, what you kind of expect from English game shows, I suppose.
It's
Yeah,
lost
'cause,
that
that's-
shitty edge is the thing. It's not as rubbish anymore. Which Boney go round, don't do that.
Scrap
Boney
Heap
go
Challenge.
around. Boney go around was a pretty shitty robot.
Oh my god. Scrap Heap Challenge is also quite similar.
Yeah, I was gonna say Scrap Heap Challenge is pretty good. In that kind of shitty British TV show that I spent way too much time on as
Yeah.
a kid.
This is your version of Jeff watching Storage Wars then.
So wait. If Robot Wars had Craig Charles and Scrap Heap Challenge has Robert Llewellyn, then where's Danny John Jules? What game show is he supposed to be presenting?
And Danny John. Well, why? I don't. That's the guy I don't know.
He's in Red Dwarf.
He's in Red. Okay, that's
As
what
well,
I was
Robert
gonna
Llewellyn
ask.
and
That's
Craig
what I was gonna ask.
Hmm.
I've never seen a Red Dwarf, so I can't answer that question. Found out a pretty good. Speaking of TV hosts, found out a pretty funny thing about Dave Benson Phillips recently.
Oh god.
What?
you tell the story.
I haven't heard this. How bad is it?
It's pretty bad.
It's pretty. Hold on.
Can I give the description in a sentence and you tell the rest
Yes,
of the story?
absolutely. I don't think I can tell the rest of the story because it felt like a fever dream when someone told me it.
Dave Benson Phillips kink shamed his own damn self.
What?
It's pretty like because he does the TV shows with gunk in them.
Get your own back, please. I
What?
think Danny's just on stream. Danny is currently being gunked as well.
Yeah, it's a really bad time for that to have happened, isn't it?
So what was it that he? It was something
he's-
involved. Yeah, go ahead.
He's doing a show at the Edinburgh Fringe right now, which is like Get Your Own Back for adults, where I don't know what happens. I'd like to go to the Edinburgh Fringe, maybe not after these recent developments. And Dave Benson Phillips apparently sent an invitation to like a gunging fetish website, I think, saying why not come to see my show at the Edinburgh Fringe. Also was favoriting tweets from these people on his
So-
Twitter account.
I mean, maybe that's just savvy marketing.
Well, in a way, yeah.
But why would you fave them? Like unrelated
S-
tweets.
Savvy marketing to let them know that Dave Benson Phillips is in town. Have you not seen the rest of his?
Got an eye on the gunge.
Yeah, have you not seen the rest of his Twitter? It's all really pure stuff like, "What is a retweet and how is it best used, please?"
Aw. That's one of the best tweets on Twitter. Like people don't talk about that one very much, but it's incredible.
It's just genuinely sincere, and like, "Oh, Dave Benson Phillips. Yeah, of course the millennials will help you out. You help them. You
It's
help
up
them
there
gunge
with-
their parents."
You help them get their own back. It's up there with Hello Teenager, if you ask me.
Hello Teenager is not an innocent tweet. I feel like it's a different
I'm not saying it's
genre.
innocent. I'm saying it's a very good tweet.
It is a very good tweet. I'm glad this is gonna sound fucking stupid, but I'm glad it didn't take off as much as some other stuff like Ed Balls.
Yeah, I'm
because I'd be
really glad
fucking
it's not
tired
Ed
of
Balls
it.
level. Like, I feel we helped propel Hello Teenager to the small amount of fame it has, and I feel it's got the right amount.
Yeah, it's like it's an indie darling of a tweet.
Exactly. It's one of the major players of the alt tweet scene. So how am I going to do this, boss, if it doesn't let me get the item that presumably lets me survive the boss? Because I was too busy going, "Oh, it's a big skeleton." I don't. know
Why
what to
doesn't
do.
let you do that? Do you have? Is it one of those ones where you have to enter the boss fight to get the item for the boss fight?
Very much looks like it, but it sort of wiggles up all over the item, and like it does bad gas everywhere. I don't.
Do you
I'm
know
like-
for a fact that that item will help you survive?
What I was just about to ask chat is, does anyone know if I need to pick up that item to survive the boss fight?
Item is non-essential. Don't worry, says my informant.
Okay. Your skeleton on the inside, thank you. So,
Yeah.
how do I do that, considering the gas pretty much insta-kills me?
The item is not the thing that lets you survive a boss. So there is, from that wording from my other skeleton, I'm
You know
guessing
so many skeletons!
it's really bad.
Did you say that
It's not-
Scout's
Yeah.
friend is your man on the inside?
It could just be
not
that
a
I
good look.
need to not stand in the bad gas.
I feel like, yeah, there is something that lets you survive it. It's not just like, but
Oh, this sucks. This was a bad.
okay, my third informant does say that you just have to stay out of the gas. And my fourth one, and my fifth skeleton also.
Yeah, I was
You
wondering
same.
if that was like every time Danny started, I saw they just rubbed their face on the
Yeah,
bad
like
gas.
because looking at how that boss fight's set up, it looks very much like you're obviously meant to wander in and get that thing, right? But I don't think it's the first time Dark Souls would have done the whole "you need this to survive this boss fight" thing.
Well, it wouldn't be even
I-
the first time in this game. Where
Yeah,
they
I can
had
think
done
of. I haven't played this game, but I can think of one boss where you do explicitly. Hold on, I'm dying in Diablo 2. Where you need to not buy. You need to pick up an item in the fight,
You do inventory management mid-fight, yeah.
which is fucking weird to me. But
It's an interesting challenge the first time you do it, but then if you die, then you can just come in with it straight away, so
oh yeah, because you do have an item in the inventory, huh?
yeah.
It does make a lot of sense.
Wait, so is Dectalon on some morphogenetic field shit, or was I not meant to touch the skull cup?
God, like the thing with the skull cup is that, like, would you have touched it if I hadn't told?
So what's the stuff
got that
with
one
the
wrong.
skull cup? Is it
it was-
bad to have touched it?
It triggers the boss fight.
It makes it sound like I shouldn't have touched it, but like
Well,
I don't
if
know.
it's a boss fight, you gotta do it.
It's the only thing I could do in this room, and this clearly looks like a boss room. And Dark Souls has never told me off for doing a boss before. I don't remember if that's true.
Gwendolyn?
I never did Gwendolyn because I'm not evil.
Fair enough.
Gwendolyn's lovely, and I would never fight them. They got all snakes and stuff.
Lovely snakes.
Got lovely. I miss.
Yeah, I
Gwendolyn.
don't usually fight Gwendolyn either.
I never found Gwendolyn on my first playthrough.
Exactly, yeah, same here.
Both got played. I never found them either.
I
What was
just
that?
I believed Analondo was Analondo.
Yeah.
I
got
never.
played.
I didn't get played. I just thought the stairs ended. Like it didn't bother.
He got
Going-
played by the stairs.
Yeah, I was like, okay, well, I just turned these stairs down upwards. Then I can't just do it downwards again. But you totally can. It's a cool hidden fight, honestly.
It's
Yeah.
a cool fight, but it's one of those ones where
I mean, it's just like,
like-
I meant just like in the general, it being hidden in that way.
Oh right.
Oh, I thought you meant like the Sans fights in Undertale, where it's fun to do, but also I didn't like doing it that much because it's my favorite character in the game.
The thing, oh fuck me. The thing I have about fights that are cool to do, but against the character I like, is that I don't want to do them because I like the characters more than I like doing the fight, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah, generally.
Oh wow,
And
that's some
this is-
skeleton laser shit.
this is some skeleton bullshit.
Oh no,
This
he
is something I
summoned a
mentioned-
giant skeleton sword from the ground.
I mentioned this to Danny over the weekend, but I liked doing the Sans fight because I thought it was a fun action part of the game. But I didn't want to have to kill all my friends again just to get to that one point. So I just downloaded the Toho game instead. And they're good.
Yeah, it's like for me, I was never mechanically good. Like I watched the video and I was watching fight and I was like, man, I could get like probably like 20 seconds in this fight at most because I'm a fucking dumbass and I can't memorize patterns and stuff.
It's all as hard as it looks, honestly.
Maybe, but I know what's too hard for me as a person.
Yeah.
You know
Fair
your
enough.
limits.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm doing the right thing, but I'm kind of breaking this guy's jewelries. It seems rude.
If it works,
I'm hoping
oh,
I
it's
can
tacky anyway.
I can hope, like, if I upset the king enough, maybe he'll leave me alone and do some kind of skeleton crying? He's not really putting his other
Moving
hand...
to the point of... Moving to the point of gravely seconds. Did anybody play Bravely Default here?
Yeah.
I did not play.
I did not beat it, but I got. I wouldn't say even far in. Like I basically I thought I beat it, and then the thing happens, and I was like, oh, I'll come back to this, and then I didn't come back to it because it felt like I was gonna do the game again the second time.
I was gonna say that I quite like. I didn't really want to have to kill all the different people that give you job classes, because a lot of them had fun personalities and were cool to hang out with, and then you just have to murder them. So
yeah, it's a shame, but like when it's obviously a villain, like I feel way better about fighting, because like it's a villain. They're like this is our interaction. Like I appreciate him as a character, but I'm like, with Sans, it's like there's no way that dude is a villain in that context. So on top of like you're fighting, plus like you can actually just hang out with them in that game. If like I could just hang out with Dracula in Castlevania, I'd be like hell yeah.
Yeah, but I feel that's a very specifically you thing. I feel like you would want to hang out with Dracula anyway.
But I think it's more. I think a lot of people want to hang out with Dracula, but just I
feel he comes off as kind of arrogant.
I mean, he's a vampire with a cool castle, so I understand the arrogance.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I wouldn't want to hang out with like Richter either, but
no, Richter sucks.
He's got nice hair, but
but he sucks. If you were holy water to my head, and like, who do you want to hang out with? Dracula or Richter? I would first of all say holy water isn't going to do anything bad to me because I'm a regular person, and I would say Dracula if he promises not to bite me. Richter just jumps around a lot, that's all he does.
Dracula just jumps around a lot. He'll just teleport back and forth and throw fireballs at the wall.
Yeah, but he's got a cool castle. He's got a cool castle I could just like hang out in too.
Richter is the one with the whip, isn't he?
Yes, Robin, he's the one with the whip.
I've shown my own goddamn ass about
You've
how
shown
much
your
I know
ass, Robin.
about...
Okay, so
wait, was that not a joke you were doing?
I've never played
Robin, I can save this. Right. Richter is the one with the whip at that time.
Oh yeah, this is my favorite view.
Because there's only ever one person who has the whip.
Right, gotcha. This part looks fucking gorgeous.
Someone,
really
I don't
pretty.
remember who, but said it's like kind of Bloodborne-y derivative.
Yeah.
This area is... Well, we had all these assets from Canehurst.
This isn't Canehurst. This is... I don't know, it's kind of a mix. I guess maybe it's the same, like, construction tools as Canehurst, but this is absolutely just, like, Yharnam. This is just making... The way it's constructed, this is making me think of Yharnam.
You are just standing outside it so far.
What's Canehurst and what's Yharnam?
Canehurst is a castle in Bloodborne.
That's what it translates to.
It's like a very, very fancy, sort of tidy area, and Yharnam is like the main, massively on fire, fucked up city.
Is Yharnam the place you start the game in?
Yes.
Well, not start, but it's like
Yharnam is like Lordran, but Canehurst is like Sen's Fortress.
Okay. Yharnam is like this, and Canehurst is like this. Oh, Canehurst sounds like an asshole. This bridge does remind me of a bit in Bloodborne where you fight the big man on the bridge, but only insofar as it is a bridge.
There's a big bridge.
I mean,
it looks
like, honestly, this has got that same weird fucked up hair texture as the cleric beast.
Yeah. If you can, try and get a visceral attack on these enemies, because something cool happens.
I
feel like you're asking quite a lot of me, to be honest.
That's true. You should also go and get your souls off your body and go do something with them, because Mamma Mia.
What's a visceral attack? Is it like a parry?
It's like a parry.
It's any critical attack.
What's a critical attack then? Backstab?
Like a backstab or a parry, then a riposte.
So, that's just the like name of a category of those attacks.
Yeah. I think, honestly, Visceral Attack was the Bloodborne term.
It was, but I think it's basically the same animation where you just yank in and grab something and pull it out.
You're thinking very specifically of the Piggles. Sorry, the Piggums.
It's the same animation for everything, but yes, I am thinking of the piglins.
Oh god, that hurts so much! What the fuck?
Right, get the visceral attack on them and don't hit them afterwards is what the skeleton number 4 is telling me.
I'd rather just try and kill the things.
I love that Lou Bega song.
If I can just avoid the backbite thing, I can probably do...
Yeah.
Let's spend those first, though, eh? Just in case.
So you started playing Monster Hunter recently, haven't you?
I mean, I started, then I kind of stopped again.
Yeah.
I had a lot of things to do. I had to go on various holidays.
I think with Monster Hunter is that it'll always be there. And, like, it's the kind of game you play for hours.
It's really good. It's just that the 3DS sucks.
Wow.
Like,
I'm hoping for the NX to be a good thing because I want to play Monster Hunter on the larger screen.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm just like super hopeful for the NX being good because if it's good, then it's probably really good.
I would like a version of Monster Hunter to have cloud saves.
And
Cloud
Cloud
save.
Saves Ares, Knuckles, and all my favorite Dracula characters.
Richter, the one with the whip.
Yeah,
No.
the fellow with the whip, that one.
You didn't get a whip in Monster Hunter, actually, now I think about it. That'd be good.
Speaking of video games to be playing, I believe Brigador is on sale right now on Steam.
I should buy that.
I bought it and I played the tutorial. It controls weird. I'm gonna have to spend more time in it, but stylistically it's just it's so good. It like they go for a very 98 kind of pre-rendered 3D look for it, but not in a hey guys we're doing this because it's cool and retro, but then just like yeah, this is cool. Like
This is our look for our game.
Yeah, this is good for our game kind of way without like it being like yeah, sick reference, and it works really well for them, and it's fun to play. It's tricky. It's very tactical.
Did you ever play any of the Strike games, like Jungle Strike or Desert Strike on the Mega Drive? Or the Genesis, if you're an American?
Jungle Strike, I'm going to look this up. No.
So
This
they were...
is stylistic visually. I really like this.
Yeah, so the isometric games where you flew about in a helicopter blowing the shit out of anybody on the ground. It was really good fun, actually. And it looks like Brigador is going for a similar kind of style in that you're just driving around. It looks a lot harder, but also you did die pretty easily in Jungle Strike.
It's so hard, right?
Yeah.
It's like you need to be using all your stuff constantly, and if you're in anything but the like largest mech in the world, you have to be constantly ducking in and out, using smoke to cover fire, or like
It's
using...
essentially a stealth game, isn't it?
There's a lot of stealth. Well, it's like it's essentially a guerrilla fighting game, and like in the same way that like MGS5 say, the guns are good, like the guns are strong, but if you just go head on and fight like 50, it's not like a Call of Duty where the enemy guys are very obviously in different terms to you, and they are like much more fragile. In this one, the enemy, like, it's not stealth by, like, let's make a stealth game, but it's stealth because every single mech has the exact same, like...
You'll die in the same number of shots they'll die in.
Yeah. If it's the same, like, if it's the same build of mech, they're exactly as powerful as you are. So you have to play it stealthily because you have to set up those situations, like, pick them off, don't alert them, stuff like that.
There are also some really interesting designs for mechs as well. Like there are a few that are just like a bunch of cars latched together with wire
Yeah, there's like
on top of each other, like a
Right.
totem pole.
right now, from what I see, there are essentially 3 different mech types. They're not even mechs, just vehicles. There's one that's are mechs, like walkers. One is like cars, basically, and the other is hover cars.
Yeah.
And they all handle very differently. The hover cars are fucking weird to drive in.
This game was made in part by Jack Monahan, who...
I was gonna
Well-
say that within the first 3 missions, I go into a city and there's like all these neon signs, you know, just because it's like a cool mech cyberpunky game.
Yeah.
One of the first neon signs I see says YCS.
What?
Yeah, it just straight up says YCS in the
It's underneath it says shout out to gigs or something.
No, it does not. That's no. I saw it and I was like, yeah, Goss worked on this game.
That's pretty good. I'm into that. He also worked on such bangers as Darkest of Days.
That's really funny to think about. He posts a lot about game design, and Darkest of Days wasn't very good.
Did you see the video where somebody fell out of the world and hit the bottom of the skybox and look around and they're in a cornfield with a Subaru?
What?
Did you not see that video? It was posted around the time of it being released, of Darkest of Days being released.
That sounds fantastic. How's Dark Souls going? Sorry, I keep...
Darkest of Souls.
Darkest of Souls. I keep stepping over the Dark Souls happening.
Farewell, I've made a fool.
Yeah, so he uses an out-of-level glitch to get out of the German prison camp.
That's pretty good. How's the inventory stuff in this game? Because it looks like they readjusted the UI a bunch. Is it like easier to navigate in this? As a result.
So I've been told to do this, and I don't really know what this does.
Well, like, do that emote there?
No, I have to give this crow this item that just appeared in the shop, and I don't know what it's gonna do.
Whoa, what was the item? Sorry.
A hidden blessing?
You bought that?
Yeah.
Oh, you bought it and
I-
you're
I-
trading it with Pickle Palm.
It's a gift specifically for Pickle Palm. I got them it. I don't know
Aw.
if it's. Oh, you're welcome. But I don't really know where Pickle Palm lives.
Well, in the nest, I would imagine.
What's it like? They're really tiny.
No. Invisible and gigantic.
Jesus. I knew this game took inspiration from Bloodborne, but...
Are the gigantic things that are invisible in that
Oh
game?
yeah. It's really good.
I was about to say, don't be silly, Robin, but no, actually, I had just forgotten they were invisible.
You forgot they're in there? Wow, yeah.
No,
There's,
I remember they were there. I just forgot they started invisible.
Yeah, so there's these monsters called the amygdalas that are like these massive weird tentacly monsters that like cling to the buildings. And you might encounter them when you first play through when they just pick you up and kill you, but you can't see what's going on. You see that like you're getting suspended out of the air and then
Oh
crushed.
wow! Holy shit!
But like once something happens and the tilt happens in effect,
Oh, nice.
thank you. The moon turns red. They call it the blood moon stage, and then you can see that the city is kind of covered with these gross monsters, and it's incredible.
What also happens in kind of the one of the only things I like about the insight system, if you get enough insight before that happens, and you get insight by fighting bosses and doing fucked
It's like
up shit,
humanity,
you start.
essentially, right?
Well, no, it's
Not
meant to
really.
be a representation of your understanding of the world and the shit that's going
Yeah.
on, and like if you get enough insight, and it's a lot of insight before the blood moon, you can see them anyway. And it's like, you don't really... There's no fanfare when that happens, they just start appearing across the world.
Yeah, the inside stuff always seemed fascinating to me in that game.
There's like the
Like,
Cthulhu mythos in the Call of Cthulhu pen and paper RPG as well.
Rest in peace, Joey Face. I really should watch a Let's Play of Bloodborne, because that seems like an interesting game.
Yeah, it's really clever.
Have you streamed
Oh.
it?
This guy's
I don't
fucking...
think-
This guy's proper dead.
Oh no!
Is there a guy in your base that used to be alive?
Yeah, he was alive in the before times.
But didn't he want you to kill him?
I don't really know what's happened.
Who
So
killed Hannibal?
You didn't go wrinkly, did you? You killed Hannibal.
No.
You didn't go wrinkly, did you? Okay. So I think that means you're locked out of the best ending, but also it's some fucking bullshit to unlock.
What? What? So, I had to go hollow to get the best ending, even though I asked at the time and everyone said you don't need to.
Oh, maybe that's not the case then. I don't fucking know.
So the ending isn't just a choice at the end this time around?
No, you have to do work for it.
Huh. How many are there? Is it
3.
2 again? 3. So it's good, bad, and best?
No, it's actually okay, bad, and badder.
Yeah, if we're going off Bloodborne rules, yeah.
Does Bloodborne have multiple endings?
Yeah, and it's a choice for the first 2, but you do need to do some work to get the third.
Oh wait,
Yeah,
is
like
it the
you
moon
get
thing?
you get the traditional Dark Souls choice really at the end, and it's the traditional Dark Souls choice of are you going to do what I say or not, and then if you've collected the 3 magic dingles across the game, you can then get the best ending after that.
The 3 MacGuffins.
Is that the moon presence stuff?
No. Maybe. I think Moon Prism is from Sailor Moon.
Yes,
No,
it is.
presents.
Oh.
The moon prisms are kind of like moon presents. Wow, that dog was just invisible the whole time, huh?
It's the spicy possum.
You're right, that is actually more of a possum than a real dog.
Right.
Also,
Oh.
it really sucks. Oh,
Skeleton number 4 informs us that you did have to go hollow to get the best ending, but there were a few other steps that you had already not got on the way, so there's no point in going wrinkly.
Oh, is going hollow just dying?
I know,
No.
going hollow as in the... So, you're already undead in this game because it's a Dark Souls game, but going hollow, like, in this game you don't go wrinkly when you die because you aren't affected by the hollowing bad times. You can choose to be affected by the hollowing bad times to get extra levels. Oh, fuck
There's
me.
a lad called Yol?
Yo,
Yol.
MTV Raps.
Thanks MTV for checking out my crib.
Thanks MTV for checking out my raps.
I think it is Yol, isn't it, Danny?
Oh wait, I think I read about this, that he offers to give you like levels in
can-
exchange for being hollowed.
Yeah, he levels you up for free, but also gives you a mark. So every time you die, you'll start to go wrinkly. And I think
you get
like,
certain amounts of points of hollow for every
Yeah.
time you draw out your strength. And, like, you don't go wrinkly. I mean, I guess it's like Dark Souls 2 in that there's various states of wrinkliness. Oh, okay, so just do 2 then. And like, if you are slightly hollowed, if you only draw out your strength once, you go hollow quite slowly. If you do it all the times, you go hollow very quickly.
And what does going hollow mean mechanically in this game?
I don't know if it affects your health.
I think it's max health, isn't it? I read it was max health. But then I've read a lot of things on my way here.
I don't know.
I keep getting caught by the possum backbite.
It sucks. Anyway, I already mentioned the tilt, but we haven't even talked about Fiasco yet. That was kind of what I wanted to do, but then we talked about everything else. How'd your Fiasco experience go, Titus?
Really fun. It's a really good board game. It's not even a board game. It's a table game. It's a dice game.
When we played, we did the Suburbia setting, and it ended
Oh,
up with... Nice. It ended up with us breaking into a police station to saw the head off of a dead body so they could use records.
Ours was much lower stakes. Who did you play with?
Housemates.
Ah, okay. Played it with some friends off Twitter.
Nice.
I really like the game because it's structured genuinely like a movie. It's very easy to start imagining the movie happen.
Yeah. I want to play a game of Fiasco where my character gets shot in the head halfway through.
I'm gonna let you know when we're doing the next one, cause... So did you figure out what to do with the visceral attack with these guys?
That's the thing with visceral attacks, there's not really any tell. Like, that's the problem I've always had with them, and kind of the reason
There's
I
not
don't...
a tell of when to do them, or
like when to do them, what to do them, where to do them. Like, the best tell you've got is where do they look a little bit vulnerable, but it's dangerous. That thing's all swinging its body around in that.
it doesn't look. It does not look vulnerable anywhere to me.
It had a kind of rib cage situation.
Oh, maybe you pull its heart out and replenish your health.
You might be thinking of Doom.
Does that happen in Doom?
New Doom, yeah.
I don't know, probably.
That's the kind of stuff those crazy metalheads in Doom are up to these days. They're
Throwing up the horns.
throwing up.
You've seen that John Romero.
With his lovely hair.
He does have off-puttingly lovely hair.
Yeah.
I don't know what he uses on it.
Conditioner.
Is it blood?
It's probably not blood.
Oh!
That's very rich in iron.
Oh! Okay! I got
What
distracted by the fact they were really pretty.
Oh, the birds. These are
The thing
cool.
that stabbed you in the neck.
They were really pretty, though.
Sort of like, kind of like Four Kings.
Yeah, they've got that gangly look, haven't they?
So you know that I said that my first experience with Dark Souls 3 was watching a speedrun of the game?
Was it the one where the guy uses that spell to just clip for everything?
No, that hadn't been discovered yet. It was just somebody running through the game really quickly.
Okay.
These guys that you're fighting look a lot like a boss which you'll encounter later on, presumably in this area.
The Five Kings.
The Fifth King!
The
The Sneak King.
Sneak. Oh my god. Truly, Dark Souls is a terrifying video game series. Our Fiasco game was extremely much lower stakes.
That's probably for the best. Ours was a bit silly because...
Ours was extremely silly, but it was like... I had even cast it with... a friend of mine was playing Afferton... Hold on, let me look up his name. It was a weird name. Afferton Monclarman, who was a lawyer... And his ambition was to become famous in a small suburban town. Another friend was playing Johnny Tenfingers, who's a street thug, a low-level street thug. and I was playing Robert Mitchell, nicknamed De Niro, who is a clerk at a video audio store with criminal ambitions.
I love just in those kinds of stories, just the regular people that are just keep getting caught up in things like this.
My guy wasn't getting caught up in this. He was like actively seeking him out. Like I had imagined him as just like way too into De Niro movies.
Right, that's really good too. It's like
It started with like I was conning the lawyer guy about getting like a property survey for him out of town hall, and it ended with a shootout in a audio video store where there had been a fire went off and it was like raining inside.
right.
It was very dramatic at the end. It's just over like several $1,000s.
You said that your game wasn't as high stakes as mine.
No, it wasn't. It was absolutely well. Nobody got their head chopped off.
It was already dead.
I don't know if that makes it worse or better, or it like gets a side upgrade.
It was kind of like we got to the halfway point in the game and thought, okay, there's not really any major conflict or like thing for us to happen. So I just tried to think of something. I thought was something really stupid, and it worked out pretty well. Fiasco's fun.
Yeah, it's great.
I also bought the supplement for it as well, which comes with a few more scenarios. One of them has got like schematics for a spaceship and a vessel, which like the research based on Venus, which is weird. Didn't do that one. There was another one that was in Cockney, London. That was really good fun.
Yeah, it's definitely a cool game.
Danny, we should play it sometime.
What's the green glowy stuff?
That's Danny's Bloodstain.
Oh, okay. I thought that was like some cool. Well, I guess a bloodstain is cool, but I guess I thought that was like cool environment stuff.
Yeah, I've painted my blood over the cool environment. It's from all
Your
the
blood's
times that I
green.
got killed. No, that's my soul. My blood is red and my soul is green. That's not true.
I'm
My
a
soul is
human.
clearly pink. Yes, yes.
Very Banksy of you.
This one has a
I like
shield,
this
so what the
area.
fuck? These are rough. We're coming up on 2 hours. I'd at least like to stick my head in the next door.
Yeah.
See what's there.
Have either of you two seen Snowpiercer?
No.
Danny? Alright. Snowpiercer has got a really interesting concept where the last people left alive on the planet Earth are on a train going around the world. That never
And it has to keep maintaining the same speed or keep
If it
going
slows
faster.
down.
If it slows down, it explodes.
yeah.
It's Snowpiercer 1994 starring Keanu Reeves.
Keanu Reeves. And Sandra Bullock?
Sandra Bullock, yeah.
Yeah, she's in
Great
there
film.
too. The planet is inhospitable because of a global warming thing. So you don't reset
The
it.
thing.
I can't remember exactly what it was.
But it's like cold outside, that's where the snow comes in.
Yeah.
And
hence
the
name.
train is piercing the snow.
Piercing through the snow, and I think that keeps it moving quickly. Anyway, basically, all the rich people live at the front parts of the train, on the nice bits, as it's called, and all the poor people live at the back, in the squalor. And the film is about these people,
Subtle.
yeah, people in the squalor, not wanting to live there anymore, so they go up to the front of the train. And it's really interesting because, like, all the people at the back look really grimy, and the bits towards the front are shot completely different, and like the sets look a lot cleaner as well. Anyway, what I'm saying is Danny feels like one of the squalid, grumbly people who've just come out of the muddy bits in the bone caves, and you've gone into the really nice part of the train now.
I don't know, I think the outfit, especially what Danny's got with the cape, looks quite nice.
Yeah, but also dirty face.
This dirty face.
Actually, my face is mostly clean because of all the times that I've died.
Oh no.
When you die, it cleans your face for you. It picks you up,
Oh.
gives you a little scrub down, and says, "Go on again, Tiger. You got on this time." Wow, that weird Medusa head thing hurts.
Are these the ones that fly around to try and knock you off the platform?
Urgent news from Skeleton 6. Apparently, ember yourself and go on the bridge is the thing.
I assume that's got something.
check out?
Oh god, I assume that's got something to do with all those ghosts that are walking around.
But the ghosts don't look like player models, they look like enemies in this area.
This guy's just doing fire tricks.
Those are pretty cool fire tricks though.
Hey, you know.
Does he have any poi or anything with them as well?
Any poi?
Fire poi?
Fire
What-
boy?
what was a
Oh yeah,
fire
no,
near the-
no,
near
he's
the blind?
fire boy.
No,
Oh boy.
that's not what I meant.
Well, if you didn't mean
Okay,
fire
you
boy,
said
I don't know
fire
what you mean.
Poi.
then.
Poi are bits of.
Points of interest, right? Yeah.
No. The thingies on the end of chains. You set the thingies on fire and you swing them around, and you stand outside nightclubs doing that, and then people
Oh.
say nice.
And people think, wow, I don't want to go in there.
I looked up fire poi, and the first result was fire poi dubstep on YouTube. Then
I would have imagined more like a psytrance.
I mean-
for a fire boy.
it's not a fire boy.
That's. I don't think it's your place to say whether it's not a boy.
That's true. I didn't think about
That's welcome to our latest segment. Words and deeds regret.
that. I'm always
Alright.
regretting my words and my deeds.
Same here. That just comes with being 20-something and going on the internet, I think.
Huh. That's weird.
What's weird?
I recognize that name. She used to be in Firelink.
Cirrus of a Sunless Realm.
Oh yeah.
She's got a very nice outfit.
Are you friends with her?
I'm not
Have you
fr-
fucked
Hang
up
on,
her quest
Creighton?
line?
Is this a coincidence? Because Creighton's the name of that guy who was not friends with Pate in Dark Souls 2.
Yeah.
That
Who,
can't be a
Creighton?
coincidence, right?
can't be
Creighton?
Creighton.
Yeah, Creighton.
Creighton the Wanderer.
Creighton and Peyton. Why are you invading this person?
Because Cirrus asked for
Wait,
help.
or...
This is not a real person. This is
This
a.
person is invading Cirrus, okay.
This is no. Cirrus is the person in white who's here.
Yeah, so
Creighton
you
is
went
just
to
a-
her world and the guy in red is invading her.
Yeah,
I guess?
exactly.
Yeah.
I quite like it. It seems like the NPC player, so to speak, stuff is, there's a lot more of it in this
They
game so
expanded
far.
on it, yeah.
I really like when it exists, and up until even in Dark Souls 2, all you really got from that was, oh, invade the world of a baddie.
Cirrus
like,
looks a lot like Griffith, by the way. Just throwing that out there.
Who?
Griffith from the
Griffith
Berserks.
from Berserk.
Oh, okay. I don't know Berserks because it's full of people having a really sad time.
Yeah, whereas Dark
it's
Souls-
tragical.
Dark Souls is a happy game full of sweetness and light.
Yeah, everyone's laughing all the time in Dark Souls.
For
That's
example,
true.
I'm here.
Live, laugh, love, Dark Souls.
No, it's live and laugh and love and dark and souls.
And
Keep calm and kindle on.
See you later,
I can't
I guess,
believe
Cirrus.
nobody's ever done the Helvetica Sonic Free and Knuckles shirt, honestly.
Titus, I need to get that Hollow Knight shirt. I need it.
The Hollow Notes is pretty good. I fucking love it. I googled Guns N' Roses Helvetica shirt, and the second result is just like the most dumpster fire t-shirt design I've seen in my entire life.
I'm sorry, Titus. I'm really sorry to do this to you. Have you ever seen a Guns N' Roses shirt that isn't a complete hot dumpster?
Probably. Hold on, I'm going to Google one. Cool guns and... Okay, so cool guns brings up cool guns to own, cool guns for sale, cool guns 2016, and cool guns to draw.
Cool guns, no background check. Cool guns, fast. Cool guns delivered to my house.
Best gun in the world.
Is the first result going to be a bodybuilding?
So I typed in cool guns and the results are also pretty good. Cool guns and their names. Cool guns and knives. Cool guns and bullets. Okay, cool guns and roses shirts. Well, I'm gonna come off as kind of a simpleton. No, not a stick 'em, a little simpleton, but I quite like the appetite for destruction design. The little cross with those
the 5 skulls.
the 5 asshole dumbasses.
I like it because the skull's wearing sunglasses.
Some of them are.
That's alright.
Yeah. Most of the... Oh, and the old Guns N' Roses logo with the actual Guns N' Roses.
I feel that...
It's okay.
The thing with all of these t-shirts is that they're kind of just the album art repurposed.
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt. I think it's about time we stopped. It's been a good couple of hours. This conversation's going to go on for a while, so we're going to dump out, and I'm going to leave them to talk about Guns N' Roses shirts.
The stream's up.
Everyone.
Sorry.
Yeah, Danny, just fade us out, honestly.
It's alright. I kind of already am.
Oh.
Thanks for coming, everyone. Have a lovely rest of the evening.
Good night, everybody. So
We had a great show for you guys
Yeah.
tonight.
Titters, I think you'll notice that there aren't any Chinese democracy t-shirts.